We're here in Houston, Texas for this AFC matchup between the Raiders and the Texans. When you look at this matchup, you've got to talk about the deep threats, the guys that can go long, and two of the best, speediest receivers in the game are going to be on the same field today.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to see how both teams, the offenses, how do they get the football to these speedy wide receivers. And no matter what you do on the defensive side, you go, well, we're going to take them out of the game, we're going to double team them. Really, how are you going to do that when they're in motion? They're always changing formations. Very tough to do now. You just got to rely on good tackling and try to prevent those short catches and long runs.
Play clock's running down. Foster. He's going to be tackled right around the 21-yard line.
Well, I know it was a short run that time by the offense, but it's what it's going to do for you long term. Keep running that football. Try to wear the defense down.
And Daniels is playing out of position in the backfield here. He's going to be tackled right around the 24-yard line. The defense stands up early and stops the run cold.
Good job that time. You said it, Jim, by the defense. They attacked the offensive line, and there was nowhere for the running back to run the football.
Arian Foster lined up in the backfield. Schaub's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Schaub gets it over to Arian Foster. There's the tackle, but still, it's enough for the first down.
Good job by the quarterback that time. He doesn't panic. He reads that it's a zone, and you have to wait for the receivers to get in between the defenders. Nice throw and catch.
That reception gave them the first down. Now in rhythm, the quarterback drops back to throw once more. Right down Broadway. Touchdown, Texans.
Good job on that touchdown. That puts them ahead, and it's always, of course, better to be ahead than behind.
Inside of the uprights. Texans getting ready to kick it away. And he's out across the 20 and tackled at the 21. The Raiders line up in the pistol offense. 1st and 10, the give to the running back. That tackle was made at the 27-yard line.
An off-tackle run, it's a staple of all offenses in the NFL. And a general rule is you run off the right tackle because he is the power tackle, where the left tackle is the pass blocker.
The Raiders come out in the pistol. 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff to Darren McFadden. He'll be brought down, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, that's just a good old physical run by the offense there, and it's good for a few yards and gets them another first down.
Darren McFadden lined up in the backfield. 1st and 10. He's going to be swallowed up behind the line.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on first down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Second and 14. Staying on the ground. They've got him behind the line of scrimmage.
Not much the offense can do in a situation like this. 3rd and long, what you probably will have to do is either surprise them with the run or throw it short and hope somebody can make a play and pick up a first down.
Moore's lined up now as a slot receiver. 3rd and 17. He's scrambling down. Throws to the right. What a catch! A tackle that had to be made, and that'll set up 4th down. They come out in the dime package. Pryor standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. And a flag comes out. Interception! Will decline the penalty and let the play stand. Matt Schaub has it under center. 1st and 10. Trying to work that left side. And they bring him down at the 38-yard line.
That's a good job by the wide receiver, running the drag route across the field. These are not easy throws for the quarterback, but he sticks it right on him for the completion.
After the pass play, gain 7. 2nd and 3 on the way. The tackle's going to be made, but he's beyond the first down marker.
Well, it's about deceiving the defense, isn't it? That's how you get a lot done in the NFL. And when you can run and pass, you can deceive them in a lot of ways. Nice job by the offense, running that football, picking up another first down and moving the chains.
And Daniels is a tight end, but lined up in the backfield for this play. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. Fights off the hit, and that's a gain of 10. Second down following the run. Quarterback tosses it to the outside.
Good run that time. It results in a first down, and it moves those chains on the sideline. Keep those chains moving. Tire that defense out.
First down here after the run. Schaub still got the football after the play fake. The reception, easy, wide open.
Nice throw that time by the quarterback in the red zone. Gets the completion. And there's some tight spots, not a lot of room, so you got to really drive the football in there.
They've got a first down now after that catch. Here's the handoff to Arian Foster.
This team likes to throw the football in the end zone once they get inside the red zone. This is a nice changeup. They fool them. Well, they thought they were going to fool them with the run, but it only gets a short gain.
Coming up, second down.
Let's go.
better hurry to get the snap.
Get ready.
Staying on the ground. They break through. Tackle him behind the line.
Well, that time, the defense gets the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Listen, I blame this one on the quarterback. When you see the defense in a situation like that, you must change the play. Don't waste one in the NFL. You don't get enough chances as it is, and that one lost yards.
Two-minute warning looms, and this may be the last play before it hits. 3rd and goal at the 5. Escaping the pressure, looking for a receiver on the left side here.
You cannot play quarterback in the NFL anymore if you don't have good footwork, and that means inside the pocket or outside the pocket. Avoid those sacks.
The kick is good.
When you get great field position, Jim, you got to take advantage of it. The offense didn't do it. I blame the coach. Those were terrible play calls, but a good kick by the kicker.
Jacoby Ford with a chance to return one. And he's tackled right at the 30-yard line after that return. Darren McFadden lined up in the backfield. 1st and 10. McFadden. And he'll try it left.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run. Nowhere for the running back to go. And they stopped him for a short gain.
The defense comes out in the nickel.
Here we go.
Flyers got it in the gun. Working that left side. Nice catch.
Anytime you get in the red zone, you want to punch it in there and get 7 points. They're being dominated today. They're down more than 7, but don't worry about it. Score here and just keep playing.
First down following the long play. The handoff, running behind the tackle. Ball is out, and it's a takeaway. And he'll step out of bounds.
That's what you call a takeaway. The defense just makes such a hard hit that they take the football away from the offense, and they recover the fumble.
Martin's a receiver in the slot. Now 1st and 10. Andre Johnson on the deep pass. And that ball's nearly picked off, but he dropped it.
What a good job by the defensive back that time. That ball was thrown beautifully down the field. High arcing throw, but the defensive back in great position knocks it down.
Second down following that incompletion. Foster's going to take the handoff now. The Raiders call a timeout. Their first.
Well, these plays do look ugly when they don't work. It's second down, and you run the running play hoping to pick up a few yards to make 3rd down easier. But when you lose yards like this, 3rd long, tough to do.
Martin's lined up in the slot. 3rd and 12. So that's a 2-point safety for the defense. Going to try his luck here. And they tackle him down at the 37-yard line. Moore's going to get set in the slot for this snap. 1st and 10. Going to take off with it. Caught. Tackles made. The Raiders decide to take a timeout here, leaving them with only one. Moore's in the slot. The quarterback motions the wide receiver. From the gun. Running away from the pressure. Eyeing that left side and sailing out of bounds. Setting up in the pistol on this play. 2nd and 10. Pryor's play action. Gets away from the pressure. He'll fire it out to the left. Off the mark here as this throw heads out of bounds. Darren McFadden lined up in the backfield. Pryor's going to take it from the gun. He'll fire it out to the left. The Raiders now move the chains.
All the quarterbacks in the NFL, they'd all be great if they had all day to throw like this. When you give an average quarterback this kind of time, he turns into a great quarterback.
Offense lines up here. Quarterback taking the snap from the shotgun. Airing it out. That ball is going the other way. They bring him to the turf. That does it for the first half. Raiders trail in this one. We're back here now in this one where the Texans are leading by 8. The Raiders ready to return the kickoff. Jacoby Ford with a chance to return one.
Nothing like a good return when you talk about special teams. Good blocking, the speed of the returner gets down the field, and after that tackle, now they have good starting field position.
Offense lines up here. 1st and 10. Darren McFadden will run with it. Shakes off the hit. Nice chunk of yardage picked up by Darren McFadden.
Jim, when you get inside the other team's red zone, inside the 20-yard line, and you're down some points, you're thinking touchdown in these situations.
Here they come back to the line after picking up over 20 yards on that last play, bringing the play to an end.
Closer defense gets to the end zone. Their backs are against it. The tougher they get. But that time, the offense still able to pick up a few yards on an inside run.
Offense lines up here. Reese is taking the handoff. They go to the right side.
Hard to score touchdowns sometimes when you get in the red zone in the NFL. Why? Because the defense doesn't have to worry about passes down the field. The offense runs it. They are ready to get it done, and they do, and stop the offense for a short gain.
It'll be 3rd down. He gets the toss. He's brought down. That's going to bring up 4th down.
That time I got to blame the running back. He made a bad read. His vision was terrible. he makes the wrong decision, and it costs his team yards lost.
This is going to set up a change of possession.
Well, that's a sign of a good defense. When you can sack the quarterback, when you're just rushing the defensive lineman, you don't need any tricks, you don't need any blitzes. Man, that's talent.
And Daniels has moved away from the tight end position to now a receiver in the slot. 1st and 10, looking to the right side and throwing. Tackled down at the 22.
There wasn't much there that time, so good job by the quarterback just throwing the ball and getting the catch and just getting a couple yards.
Martin's lined up now as a slot receiver. 2nd down and 7. Run it with the counter. And Kevin Burnett makes the play.
Number 23 hits the ball. Gain of 4 on the play.
Third down here. Offense trying to pick up the first. They'll go shotgun here. Looking for an open receiver on the right.
Good job by the offense picking up a first down there. They've been terrific all day long. They're winning the football game, and they are tiring this defense out.
Arian Foster lined up in the backfield. 1st down and 10. And the quarterback gives it to Arian Foster. Tackled down at the 47.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
Second down. Get ready. They feed him the ball again.
I will say this for the offensive coordinator. He is persistent. They're not running the football very well today, and that time he tries the run game again. Gets a couple yards, but not much.
From the gun, Matt Schaub ready for the snap. The Texans offense has switched sides now and has the football as we begin the 4th quarter. Martin's a receiver in the slot. He'll take the snap, the first here in the 4th quarter. Makes the catch right past one player. That's been the story of this game. Another 3rd down conversion to move the chains. And Daniels is a tight end, but now shifted into the backfield. The play clock's running down. The ball is jarred loose. The tackle is made.
Nice job that time by the offense. Even though they fumbled it, at least they were quick enough and smart enough to get it on it right away.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. Foster got a big lane, and he's going to be tackled right around the 31-yard line.
When you have a defense as fast as this one, they over-pursue. So that's why you want to run a counter run. Take advantage of the fact that they are just charging too fast, too hard, and not thinking on the defensive side.
This will be the 8th play of this drive. 3rd and 3. Here's the handoff to Arian Foster. Field goal try coming up by the Texans. The kick is good.
That was a good hold, good kick, 3 points. Good job by the offense.
Jacoby Ford with a chance to return one. And And the tackle is made right around the 32-yard line. First down on the way. Friars back in shotgun formation. Escaping the pressure, challenging the defenders to the right side. And he's almost intercepted.
Number 2 goes incomplete. Second down.
After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down. And the give to Darren McFadden. They pounce on him there.
When you're an offensive lineman and you can line up and just run the football straight ahead and pick up those kind of yards, you are going to get into the head of the defense. You're basically saying, we're tougher than you are, and we're just going to come right at you.
He's looking to go down the field here. It's incomplete. The defender had it for a moment, but could not pick it off cleanly. Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime. Flyers going to take the snap from the shotgun. He wants to go deep. And he makes the catch. He's stacked up at that point.
Good job by the offense. They're in the red zone. They're down by more than 7. But the defense, can you stop them and just give up the field goal try?
After the long gain, let's see what they do here. McFadden's going to secure the handoff. And here we have second down. Takes the snap from the shotgun. Getting away from the pressure. Makes the grab. Gains 13.
Good play call that time by the offensive coordinator. Down inside, when you're inside that 20-yard line or the red zone, find ways to complete the pass. They did that time.
First and goal. To the ground here. Here comes the training staff as we've got a player down on the field.
Well, that's going to hurt him tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. When you get hit like that, you're going to feel some of that pain tomorrow. But the good news is, I think he's going to be okay. And once he gets a little situated there, I think he'll be back in the game.
The Texans packing the box here. 46 formation. Murray's handed the football.
Well, this defense all over that play. They tackled the runner for a loss. Now we're going to have third and long. Advantage goes to the defense.
Third down and 11. He's looking to the right here. Touchdown and drawing close.
Terrible job that time by the defense. Third and goal. They're expecting pass, and they still can't stop it. This defense is just not fast enough to stop those touchdown passes.
And the point after is good. They're lining up for the onside kick. They want to get the ball back. The onside kick is turned away, and the receiving team has it. Quarterback coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a third time. The Raiders are going to use one of the 2 timeouts they have remaining. Arian Foster lined up in the backfield. They're going to go counter. Spins out of the tackle. Kevin Burnett able to bring him down. That'll stop the clock with that timeout.
When you talk about counter runs, what we just saw that time, the defense thinks the play's going one way, then a pulling guard or tackle comes around and catches a defensive lineman off guard and makes a good block.
Martin's lined up in the slot. 3rd down and 5. Back to the ground. Spins out of the tackle. That's a good tackle, and that's a quick 3 and out.
You're near midfield. It's 4th down. What do? I got the answer right here. You punt it. Play field position. Make the other offense drive the length of the field to score.
Shane Leckler out to punt. And a flag comes out.
Encroachment, defense. Still 4th down.
The Texans getting set to add 3 to the board. The kick is good.
Well, the defense is going to be excited. They come out there. The offense has great field position, but they stop them. But they give up 3 points, but still a victory for the defense.
Jacoby Ford with a chance to return one. And he runs it out to about 27 before he's taken down. This will be the final snap. And 10. Now slashing to the right side, looking for room. Ball is out. The offense was able to recover the ball. This one could have gone either way. Each side made some spectacular plays, but we've come to an end, and what a game it was. Well, it's a big performance in front of a primetime audience and a sweet victory in the end.
Of course, the players are not thinking about the fact that, hey, a lot of people are watching us here today in this game. But when you win, and then you sit back and think everybody was watching us and you played well, boy, that is some great experience.
And everybody is ready to go for this matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Oakland Raiders here at the Overstock.com Coliseum. What a matchup we have at wide receiver today. Two of the biggest threats in the NFL who love to cause chaos for opposing defenses. How about this matchup, Phil?
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. When you have speedy wide receivers, what you have to do, you got to make sure your safeties are smart, they're talented. Both teams have that because it is easy in this game nowadays to get the football to the wide receivers. If they can't get open down the field, just throw them some screens on the outside and dare the defense to tackle it.
He's got a chance to return this one. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. Fine. On first down, handoff. They run right. And gains 12.
That's a nice job blocking by the offensive line and a really good job by the running back. Seeing the proper hole, gets up in there and picks up big yards.
First and 10. Quarterback drops back, play action. Gains 20. So with that play, they move into enemy territory and driving here early stages.
Well, look, I'm going to blame the defense. They're being so passive. You got to go out there and take some chances. If you don't, this offense is going to keep marching down the field.
Here's the first snap after the big play. Trying to find an opening to the right. And the tackle is made at the 35-yard line.
Power running. A lot of teams in this league don't even do it anymore. This team, they can power it up in there and pick up those tough yards. When a coach can have a run that picks up those kind of yards, it gives them confidence, and they will show more and more patience with the running game. So the defense, they better dig in here.
Lined up in the pistol formation. First and 10. He'll be taken down about 3 yards short of the first. Imposing their will early on the defense with a solid effort on the ground.
And we talk so much, don't we, about the passing game in the NFL, but it's still about who can out-hit the other one. And right now, the offense, they are winning that battle. Nice run.
Trying to make something happen.
Nice job by the quarterback. He gets quick pressure, able to get outside the pocket and keep this play alive.
The Titans come out in a dime package. Throws to the right. Makes the catch in open space.
Quarterbacks love play-action passes because the defense, sometimes they're expecting run. You fake it, easy completion down the field.
So, first and goal to go. In trouble now. The throw to the left. The pass fails to find the mark. Second down here. Here's the handoff to Darren McFadden. They deck him in the backfield.
Well, Jim, they didn't fool the defense at all. Second down, you run the football, hoping to make it third and short. Then you lose yards. Third longs, they're hard to get in the NFL.
about to snap it for the 9th play of the drive. 3rd and 11. Throwing now to his left and incomplete.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? 3rd and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
Drives it through for the field goal.
Well, Jim, that field goal puts them in the lead. It was a nice drive by the offense, and what it does, it just gives you confidence. You did some positive things on the field, and it should carry over for you for the rest of the game.
Tackled at the 13th. Johnson's lined up behind his quarterback as the single back. Picks up 6.
Number 10 can't complete the pass. Second down.
Wright's going to get set in the slot for this snap. And that's a big tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit here, Jim Nance. Good job on the option play. They just attacked the offense. The quarterback kept the football, but there's nowhere to run, and he lost yards.
Wright in the slot. 3rd down and 6. Looks to his left. Oh, that could have been intercepted, but he couldn't hold on. Looking to the right side and throwing. He has the grab.
Well, it's always about risk and reward. It is a risk to go for it on 4th down. When you pick it up, you feel like a genius, don't you?
Chris Johnson lined up in the backfield. Running back gets it on the handoff. Going to be a tackle for a loss.
So many things you could do on 1st down, and what do you come up? You come up with that play. That was just a bad play call.
Wright lined up now as a slot receiver. Johnson's going to take it on the counter. Searching for space to the right. They've got him down there.
When you have a defense that's not playing good techniques, they're selling out, overplaying plays. Well, you run the counter runs to counteract what they're doing on the defensive side.
And it's 3rd and 10 here after the run. Locker's going to take it from the gun. Looking to scramble. Jake Locker down the field.
That's what you have to do as a defensive back. You got to wait to the last second. Wait till the receiver uses his hands, and once they go up, put your hand in between them and knock that football down. What a play.
Wright's a receiver in the slot. Jake Locker back in shotgun formation. Failed to pick up the 1st down, and they'll give the ball back to the other side.
The offensive coordinator's just got to make some adjustments here. They can't stop the defensive line from sacking the quarterback, so either keep the tight end in or keep the halfback in to help block for the QB.
He's going to the left. Slips past one player.
Nothing fancy about that, but it's a good run. Gets a 1st down. Now the offense has 3 more chances.
New set of downs now after picking up the 1st on the ground. 15 minutes down, 45 minutes to go. And we'll return after this message and a word from your local station. Here they come back to the line after picking up over 20 yards on that last play. Power surge for 6. Touchdown.
I'd say this run by the offense is just, it's arrogance. They just say, you can't stop us, and they lined up and just shoved it down the defense's throat. Nice run there on 1st and goal for the touchdown.
Leon Washington now with a chance to return this one, and he's going to be taken down well short of the 20. Let's mark him at the 15. The Titans will go with the pistol on this play. First and 10, and the give now to Chris Johnson. Nice tackle.
That's a terrible read by the running back. It's a short game, but it's all his fault. He picked the wrong hole. He should have cut it back. He didn't, and that's why he was tackled.
As you look down at the Tennessee Titans, there's the man that stands above them all, Mike Munchak, who is the only head coach in the NFL who's in the Hall of Fame as a player.
Wow, that's pretty impressive stuff. I'll say this about Mike Munchak. He was a great offensive lineman. You said it in the Hall of Fame. The Tennessee Titans, their calling card is, they're in their history, they are tough. And they got to get back to those ways. And that means running the football and giving the football to Chris Johnson.
Right, lined up in the slot. Second down and 7. Going across the middle with 2 hands. He has it. He's into the open. And they bring him down at the 33-yard line.
Quarterback's best friend. Throw a short pass and see it turn into big yards. What a job that time by the pass receiver. Catches the short pass and picks up big yards afterwards. Nice job.
That long gain sets them up here on this play. Locker standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. But it falls incomplete.
I think the coach has got to call more of these plays. That's a good job of at least trying to get the big play, but they cannot get the completion on that long throw.
Walker's in the slot receiver role for this upcoming snap. Second and 10. Chris Johnson takes the handoff. He's tackled at the 28.
When you run off tackle, one of the things you're looking for is for your tackle to make a good block. And then if you have a lead fullback, can he get past him and block the linebacker to free up the halfback so he can go in between them and get in the secondary and make a big play.
3rd and 5. Trying to work that left side. The tackle was made, but the first down is picked up.
Find a way to score. That's always the mantra with every team when they get in the red zone. If you punch it in here, even though you're down by more than 7, it'll give you confidence for the rest of the game.
Wright's going to get set in the slot for this snap. Trying to fight through right up the middle of the field. This doesn't look good. We've got a player down, and he's in pain.
That's a good job. He's able to get up and get off the field, and my guess is he's going to be okay. A little bit of a scare there, no doubt about it. That makes everybody nervous.
On the run. Looking for an open receiver on the right. Touchdown. And this game just got a whole lot more interesting.
Good job by the quarterback that time. He used his ability to get out of the pocket, and he is deadly throwing the football on the run.
Let's go now to Danielle Bellini, who has the injury update.
Guys, I just spoke with a Titans official. Jake Locker's injury seems to be relatively minor, or at least it's minor enough that he'll be back on the field shortly.
The Raiders in the pistol. Midway, second quarter. Gets away from the pressure. Gets past the first wave. That leads us to second down. Pryor's got it in the gun. Scrambling out of the pocket. He's got a wide open alley. Fumble, a recovery by the defense. He steps out.
You got to protect the football on the offensive side. When you don't protect it, the way these defensive players can run, you're going to get in trouble, and that time it results in a fumble.
Chris Johnson lined up in the backfield. First and 10. Johnson's got it on the handoff.
Got to give the defense some credit. On first down, there's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
Wide open for the catch, and he's brought to the ground. Oh, we've got an injured player on the field.
Well, that's going to hurt him tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. When you get hit like that, you're going to feel some of that pain tomorrow. But the good news is, I think he's going to be okay. And once he gets a little situated there, I think he'll be back in the game.
Left side. Nice piece of running by Chris Johnson. And now we reach the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. And Williams is in the slot. He's scrambling down. Incomplete.
Got to have good feet as a quarterback in today's game. And, well, that's always been the case. But when you get under pressure, you got to be able to move outside and see if you can make a play.
The Titans lined up in the pistol. Blocker's going to take it from the gun. Looking for a receiver on the left side here. Walker's moved from the tight end position to the slot. 3rd and 10. They're going to get him here for a sack.
That's an excellent job by the defense. Just gets quick penetration in there, hits the quarterback, and gets the sack. That clock keeps moving. What a job by the defense in this situation.
And he puts it through for 3.
You got to take advantage of good field position. The offense doesn't do it that time. I know they get 3 points out of it. Nice kick, but still a letdown for the offense.
Titans ready to take it to the opponent. And he fails to get out to the 20, and he is smacked down at the 15-yard line. Double tight end formation. Down to the 15. Two tight ends. 2nd down and 10. McFadden to the right. He's brought down.
What that run does, it just puts the offense in a good situation. So a good, positive run.
Two tight ends. Flyers back in shotgun formation. And that's going to be a 3 and out.
All you have to do is watch the head of the receiver. When they drop footballs, usually it's because you can see their head move the other way before the football gets there. That's what happened this time, and it's a drop pass.
Two tight ends on the field here. Throws the pass. That's a failed conversion, but you might as well look at it like a turnover. It's going back the other way.
Terrible game management that time by the coach. It's 3 downs, it's 4th down. What should you do? Well, I think you should punt it. He goes for it and puts his defense in a tough position.
They're going to get him this time.
Quarterback's got to know when it's inside of 2 minutes and that clock is moving. You want to get the football down the field and out of bounds. Holds on to the football too long. Gets the sack, and that just kills the time management.
Challenging the defenders to the right side.
Good job that time by the quarterback. Gets out of the pocket fast and not able to make the throw for the completion, though.
Offense lines up here. 3rd and 16. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
That time it was an easy completion for the quarterback on the play action pass, and it fools the defense because look how aggressive the offensive line is. They sold the play to the defense, and the quarterback took advantage.
He is in for the touchdown.
Nice job up front by the offensive line. They get a good push. Easy for the quarterback to run the sneak and get the touchdown score.
Rob Baronis lining up for the kickoff. The Raiders will approach this play from out of the pistol. And he's going to be tackled right around the 35-yard line. The Titans will come out in the dime. Pryor's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure, breaks free, has some space to work with. Nowhere else to go, and he's out of bounds. This will probably be the last play of the first half. Going to take off with it. Throws to the right. Intercepted. And that's going to do it for the first half, folks. We'll be back to the Black Hole in Oakland for the start of the second half after this. We're back here now in this one, where the Titans are leading by 7. And the tackle's made right around the 25-yard line. Wright lined up now as a slot receiver. Ball comes out.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
So they complete one, and still it's second down. Johnson's going to take the handoff now. Got the first, and he's got some space.
That's what you want to do. Just get a first down, especially when you're on top. Keep the clock moving. Keep the defense guessing. Make them react instead of attack.
Get ready.
First and 10. Running away from the pressure. He'll throw it over the middle. No one in sight. Has the grab. Gets it out to the 22.
That was good timing by the quarterback. He got out of the pocket just in time before he got sacked. And on that scramble, finds a guy down the field, makes a completed pass.
Let's see how they back up the big play here. And Washington's taking the handoff. They knocked him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now the play is there to be made, but the offensive player doesn't get it done. Bad job on first down.
Let's go.
Gets away from the pressure. The defense gets a sack.
This might not be nice to say, but every once in a while it's kind of fun to watch the quarterback get sacked like that. Good job by the defensive end.
Wright's a receiver in the slot.
Let's go.
Now it's a 3rd and 13. Looking across the middle. Moves around him.
Well, when you play this type of defense where you play cover 3, in other words, you have 3 defenders playing one in the middle, one right, and one left. Well, the weakness of that defense is going to be underneath. So slant patterns, they're pretty easy against this cover 3.
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
First down here. Johnson's going to runs it across. Touchdown.
You got to give the offensive line just a lot of credit. It's first and goal. They just line up and power the football in there. Nice run, but a great job by the O-line.
The Raiders ready to return the kickoff. And that return ends rather quietly, short of the 20. Let's mark him at the 16. Darren McFadden lined up in the backfield. McFadden's handed the football.
Good job by the defensive line, standing in there and fighting, and they hold the running back to a short gain.
Left side.
This is where games are won and lost. Once an offense gets down the red zone, even though they're down more than 7, can you find a way to punch it in there for the touchdown and not settle for a field goal?
After picking up more than 60 yards on the previous play. To the right side. Touchdown. That'll close the gap.
Well, that was a terrific job getting that touchdown there. And what you've done, you've closed the gap. Keep chipping away at that lead. Make the opponent keep playing. See if he gets tight. If he gets tight, you got a better chance.
And it's the same as a touchback as he's tackled right at the 20. Right, lined up in the slot. 1st and 10. And the give now to Chris Johnson. And now they'll try over again on 2nd down. Chris Johnson takes the handoff. There's the tackle, but still, it's enough for the 1st down.
Excellent job of just picking up the 1st down. This offense is hot. Another 1st down, and they are moving down the field. When you make play calls like that, you're not going to win many football games. That was a terrible call here on 1st down.
The Titans line up in the pistol offense. In on the stop. Wright's going to get set in the slot for this snap. Looking to the right side and throwing. And he's intercepted. That brings the play to an end.
That interception is strictly on the quarterback. When you make bad decisions, I don't care how good you can throw the football. The results, usually it's going to turn into an interception.
Darren McFadden lined up in the backfield. He'll go to the left. Someone's been injured out there. Hold on a minute.
Well, Jim, I know his family's watching, so we'll give all the information we can as soon as we get it. But it looks like it could be a major injury, and I hope that's interesting. As you watch the receiver trying to make that catch, he knew the defender was close. So he didn't put all of his heart into it. The defender made a nice hit and knocks the football out to the ground.
He'll be brought down, but not before picking up the 1st down.
Well, when your team is behind, what do? Just come out there and get a 1st down. That's a nice job by the offense.
Now 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure. And the quarterback is taken down. Here comes the training staff as we've got a player down on the field.
I don't even want to speculate what the injury is, but I think it's safe to say by just watching the player, he's in a lot of pain, and I hope it's not serious. When you get down in the red zone, the offensive coordinator's got to call a play that deceives the defense. Let's see if he can do it. His team is down. He needs a big play here.
So they failed to convert on 3rd down, but that's been one of the lone failures on 3rd today. The Titans with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. Getting away from the pressure, working that left side. That ball is picked off.
This defensive coordinator, he is one aggressive dude. He keeps going after this offense, and finally he gets the interception inside their own 20-yard line and stops the offense from getting any points.
1st and 10. Here's the handoff, and they'll run it. Good for only a yard.
Well, I know it's not going to make a highlight film, but still a good solid run up in there for a couple yards.
And that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter. We'll be back to Oakland for the start of the 4 after this. Right in the slot. The final quarter begins with this snap. Inside, and he's home for the touchdown.
Just give this guy a little hope. This running back is so fast. If you block him just a little bit, get him in the open field, look out, he can make it happen.
Driving extra point is good. Titans ready to take it to the opponent. They're setting up return. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. Offense lines up here. 1st and 10. And he's thrown to the ground.
I know a lot of people are going to be surprised by this, but when you take those blindside hits, they don't hurt as much as you think because you had no idea it was coming. Your body's loose, and you can absorb the hit.
McFadden's in the slot, not in the backfield for this play. Pryor standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Going across the middle. Easy catch there. No one near him. Touchdown. This game is tight.
You got to take advantage of situations like this. Not often in the NFL do you get somebody this wide open. Good job by the receiver. Nice job by the quarterback seeing him. And what do you get? Touchdown.
You talk about momentum. That turns into an 8-point trip, the touchdown and the 2.
This offense and the head coach and the offensive coordinator, they're all aggressive. So, hey, well, it's not good enough just to get a touchdown. They want to get that extra point or 2 points. Nice job that time.
And a touchback. Johnson's lined up directly behind the quarterback here. Takes it on the counter. Chris Johnson lined up in the backfield. 2nd down and 6. Taking it right up the middle. Good piece of tackling. Wright's lined up now as a slot receiver. 3rd and 4. Trying to make something happen. Going for the deep ball. The pass is intercepted.
Nice job of the defense that time. In position, they read the quarterback's eyes, and it led to an interception.
It's 1st down as they head to the line. Darren McFadden will run with it. Trying the right side. 5, maybe 6 out of that.
Well, that was a nice run that time off tackle. And listen, this is a bread and butter play in the NFL. It's about power running. Can your offensive tackle make the block to free up that running back so he has a chance to get in that secondary and make a nice run out of it? Always good to have these types of runs. Yeah, it's not a 1st down, but it sends a message. It shows everybody that you can run it when you want to, and also it opens up so many other things for your offense. Good job by the offensive line there on 3rd and short. Even though the defense knew it was probably going to be a run, still able to get in there and barely get that 1st down.
Breaks free. Down to the 34.
Jim, they got momentum on their side right now. They are making everything work. That was a nice play. They pick up another 1st down, and they got a good drive going here.
The quarterback realizes time is a factor. They need to put some points on the board. He's tackled at the 30.
Good job by the defensive player squaring up that running back and just putting his big butt right into the ground.
They need to get the play off. We reached the 2-minute warning. We're drawing near a close, and the defense is trying to preserve a victory. Out of the shotgun formation, getting sacked.
Well, when you get sacked with under 2 minutes to go and the clock is still running, get up and call the timeout. You're wasting time here.
Backed up into 3rd and 15. In trouble now. Eyeing that left side. On the spot.
That time the pass is completed into double coverage, Jim, but the quarterback made a bad read. But these receivers, they are so good nowadays. That time in double coverage, he went up and made the catch. It's like Bill Parcells said to me once about Mark Bavaro, a very talented receiver. He goes, remember, Sims, when he's covered, he's open.
1st and 10. Going to lose yards here.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on 1st down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
After running it, it's 2nd down. And the give to Darren McFadden. Ball is out. Oh, they cough up the football, and the defense takes possession.
Well, that's what you call a takeaway. That time the defense just hit the ball carrier so hard that he had to give the football up, and they lose it.
Inside the last 2 minutes, this one had to be instigated by the folks upstairs. They challenged the call on the field, and in fact, it was the proper thing to do. The play is overturned.
Yeah, good job by the officials upstairs, seeing it, knowing there was a mistake on the field. That's what I love about the NFL. Not afraid to say they made mistakes and turn them around.
Second down coming up. Trying to get it outside before the defense is set. He's in for the touchdown. The Raiders now just an extra point away from taking the lead late in this one. And the extra point is good. The Titans are ready to take it to them. Tackled right at about the 28-yard line. The Titans will walk to the line. They've used up their timeouts at this point. Looking to scramble, and it's incomplete.
Nice job by the defensive backs. The quarterback buys the extra time. He gets outside of the pocket, but look at them. They stay right with the pass receivers. Nobody gets open. Quarterback has to throw it away.
Walker split out wide on the left. On the run. And they sack the quarterback.
Beautiful timing that time by the safety. That's what it's about. When you talk about blitzing, space the field properly so the safety has a lane to run into, and timing the snap of the ball. They did everything right that time. Good job of the safety getting that sack. Just a bad play call by the defensive coordinator. A close game late in the 4th quarter, 3rd and 10 plus, and you make a call like that. That's why you gave the offense a chance, and they succeeded in getting the 1st down.
The defense will not decline. They will take the penalty. The Titans are at the line of scrimmage and out of timeouts here in the final quarter. Almost intercepted. Well, they go for the bomb, but the defensive backfield was not fooled.
Yeah, they were all over at that time, and that was like shadow defense. Wherever the receiver was going, the defense was right next to him. Great job.
3rd down and 14. He'll fire it out to the left. The Titans get a 1st down. He steps out.
Here we are in the fourth quarter. It's a close game, and you're on the defensive side, and it's 3rd and over 10 yards. And what do? You play safe, and you give up the pass for the first down.
Right, a receiver in the slot. First down and 10. Gets away from the pressure and picks up maybe 3 or 4. Jake Locker is big and talented, and he is tough to tackle, as we saw on that occasion, Phil.
Jim, I think they should run Jake Locker more. I think he can take the punishment. You said it, he is one big guy, and he is fast. You got to take advantage of that.
Ford Field welcomes us for this NFC matchup between the Vikings and the Lions. You don't want to hear about these quarterbacks managing the game.
And here's why I hate it, Jim. Because no matter how they play, they'll say, if they win, they'll go, well, he managed the game well. And then if they lose, well, he can't make enough plays. He's just a game manager. So no matter what these quarterbacks do, it will not be good enough for the fans and the media who cover it.
The Vikings are ready to return the kickoff. And they crash into him, ending the return at the 20-yard line. Right, lined up in the slot.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90.
1st and 10. Screen pass. And he's brought down right at the 42.
What a nice catch by the receiver. Getting past the yard markers, makes the catch, and gets a first down.
Adrian Peterson is in the backfield. Halfback sent in motion. First and 10. Brings it into his body. He's brought to a halt.
What a way to start the game on offense. Picking up another first down for them. They are in rhythm, and now no matter what they call, they're going to feel like they're going to make it happen.
They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. They're setting up screen, and it's incomplete. Just couldn't hold on to it after the hit.
Good anticipation that time by the defender. He gets to the receiver just as the football's arriving, and he makes a beautiful hit to knock the football loose.
Adrian Peterson is in the backfield. 2nd and 10. They feed the running back.
Well, these plays do look ugly when they don't work. It's second down, and you run the running play hoping to pick up a few yards to make third down easier. But when you lose yards like this, third long, tough to do.
It's third down coming up. The Minnesota Vikings a year ago made the playoffs, a team that was really built around the one man, AP Adrian Peterson, the MVP of the National Football League last year.
MVP, you say it all. That's right. That's the Minnesota Vikings. You knew what they were going to do every single game, and they came out and got it done. Adrian Peterson was phenomenal.
And this Vikings defense a year ago, Phil, made some tremendous strides.
Well, when you got Jared Allen over there helping rush the quarterback and hit him and sack him and all that, you got to look out. So the Vikings, they have a good running game. They can rush the quarterback. That makes them a big factor. Well, that was a nice job by the offense. It just puts them in a better position. Nice little throw and catch.
Simpson's going to get set in the slot for this snap. 2nd and 2. Greg Jennings with the grab.
Well, we see it more and more. Football's thrown behind the line of scrimmage. They do it that time. Nice catch, but a loss of yards on the play.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Go. Black 58 red. Black 58 red.
Castle's got it in the gun. Looking for an open receiver on the right. Hauls it in for the first down. This doesn't look good. We've got a player down, and he's in pain.
I think you can just tell by the body language and the way he's acting, that is an upper body injury. Hope it's not severe. We'll let you know as soon as we find out.
And Jennings in the slot. First and 10. Challenging the defenders to the right side. That'll stop the play right there.
Nice catch by the receiver, but it still doesn't get a first down.
About to snap it for the 9th play of the drive. It's the old end around. They tackle him for a loss.
That's a good job that time by the defense. They are very disciplined. They don't over pursue. So when the reverse is run at them, they're sitting there right in place to make the tackle.
This long drive continues. Castle's going to take it from the gun. Greg Jennings with the grab.
When you see zone defenses, throw it into the open spaces. That's what the quarterback did that time. Good job by the receiver running in there and making the catch.
Should be what we call a gimme. The field goal try. Yes, sir.
You always want to be rewarded for a nice drive in a football game, even when it's a field goal, because you've made a lot of good plays, you've executed them, you got yourself in position to get some points, and that field goal just reinforces everything.
He's got a chance to return this one. Muscles through the defender. He's got room. This is a big-time return. Oh, we've got an injured player on the field.
Well, that looks like an upper body injury, Jim. I think we both can tell that. And now the question is, how bad is it? You just never know.
They come to the line, and it's first down. And the second quarter is underway with this snap. Touchdown, Lions.
Good job that time by the offense, scoring that touchdown and putting them ahead. And when you get ahead in a football game in the National Football League, it makes you relax and you play better.
The Lions lining up for the point after. It's good. Ready to swing his leg as aggressively as possible and send the football down to the end zone. Tackles made. It's a dime look for the defense on this play. Castle's back in shotgun formation. Brings it in. A tackle behind the line.
So many things you could do on first down, and what do you come up? You come up with that play. That was just a bad play call.
The Vikings come out with a split backfield. Second down and 12. He'll fire it out to the left. An incompletion right there, but it really should have been an interception.
In these type of situations, when you're losing the game, it's third and long. Don't try to be a hero, because when you try to be a hero, it's going to lead to a turnover. Then you really will be in trouble.
Green 90.
Third and 12. He's looking to the right here on this throw. The tackle's going to be made, but he's beyond the first down marker.
It's third down and over 10 yards. You got to give your offensive line a lot of credit. They give the quarterback extra time, and he makes the throw down the field to pick up the first down.
Wright lined up now as a slot receiver. Ndamukong Suh has the sack.
Well, if your offensive line's not good enough just to stop the pass rush, then you got to help them out. How do you do that? Well, you keep the tight end in, let him be an extra blocker, and you tell your running backs to help out too, blocking some of these defensive linemen.
Castle's going to take the snap from the shotgun. No way that would be completed.
The defense has really done a good job here in this drive. They got this offense in a 3rd and long situation. Let's see if they can convert it.
Black 58 red. Black 58 red.
Patterson's a receiver in the slot. 3rd and 17. The throw to the left. Simpson's got it on a pass that had some heat.
That's a terrible job by the defense at the gym. I mean, you got 3rd and over 10 yards. You don't get a pass rush. You don't cover them down the field, and you give up the 1st down.
Let's see what they do on 1st down following that huge play. Setting up a little screen. Greg Jennings with the grab.
Good job by the quarterback completing that pass against the zone defense. Look for the open space when you throw against zones. That's what he did, and he got the nice completion.
Second down coming up. Adrian Peterson takes the football. Swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Terrible call that time by the coach. The defense was expecting run. They were up there. They were aggressive, crowd the line of scrimmage, and you just played right into their hands, and they got the tackle for the loss.
3rd and 5. Play action fake. Looking to throw. That'll put them in what we call plus territory.
Another 1st down by the offense. The defense is definitely getting fatigued, and when you get fatigued, you cannot think, so look out.
2-minute warning. Patterson's lined up in the slot. 1st and 10, Peterson coughed up the football. This one's going back the other way. He's got some daylight. Touchdown!
Anytime you're on the offensive side and you fumble and the defense picks it up and takes it for a long touchdown, wow, that is hard to overcome. So what a job by the defense. Very opportunistic. Take advantage of those situations when they come up.
Well, it was called one way on the field, but now inside of 2 minutes, it was a booth review, and the call is overturned.
I think if you left it up to the coaches, they'd like the booth to review them all, Jim, because put all the pressure on the officials in the NFL. That's what it's there for, to overturn bad calls on the field.
Wright's going to get set in the slot for this snap. Castle standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Under pressure and incomplete. The pass play fails to work, and now it's 3rd down. Throws the pass, makes the grab, and keeps the ball moving down the field. That's a 1st down catch.
Wow, is that disappointing? You're down, and what do? You go out there and you just have 3 plays, none of them work, 3 and out, and you're still losing the game.
Scrambling out of the pocket, and he's forced to the ground.
Quarterback was not alert that time. The corner comes on the blitz, gets to the quarterback, and takes him down.
Nickel formation here for the defense.
There we go now. Blue 45.
Castle's got it in the gun. Patterson's got it on a pass, had some heat on it. The Vikings use another timeout here, and they have 1 left. was a big gainer. Now it's time to back it up. From the gun. Very nearly intercepted.
This defense can pressure the quarterback. There's no doubt about it. They did this time, and it results in another incompletion.
Patterson's in the slot. The wide receiver shifting around in motion. 2nd and 10. The give. Taking it up the middle. The Vikings are going to call a timeout. Want to talk about this 3rd down.
Good job by the defense that time. Everybody's expecting a pass. They were ready for the run, and they stopped the offense for a short gain in the red zone.
Adrian Peterson is in the backfield. 3rd and 9. Under fire on that throw. Should be an easy one here. The kick is through for 3.
Well, that time the offense had great field position. They don't take advantage of it, but at least they get 3 points. Good job by the kicker coming in and getting some points on the board.
And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. Someone's been injured out there. Hold on a minute.
That's a good job. He's able to get up and get off the field, and my guess is he's going to be okay. A little bit of a scare there, no doubt about it. That makes everybody nervous.
The Lions come out in the pistol. Stafford's going to take it from the gun. Long ball to Calvin Johnson, and it's incomplete.
Well, for some reason, this quarterback likes to keep trying to go deep down the field against this cover two. That's not the spot you want to go. You want to look underneath or right down the middle.
40 got. Alert.
Failing to complete that one, so 2nd down here. Matthew Stafford from the shotgun. He'll throw it over the middle. Stafford gets it out to Brandon Pettigrew. The Lions signal for a timeout. They have 2 remaining. Let's go now to Danielle Bellini, who has an injury update. Well, we're anxious to hear the full story on that injury. Let's go down to Danielle Bellini with the story.
Guys, I just spoke with a Vikings official. Sounds like it's just a minor issue, and he'll be back on the field shortly.
This play set up by the long gainer. Stafford in shotgun formation. He's going deep, and they can't connect. They went for the deep throw, but the defensive back was there.
Yeah, good job that time. I got to give the defensive back a lot of credit. He was not caught sleeping out there. He was alert, read the right keys, and he was right with the receiver to knock down that deep throw.
Second down after the incompletion. Stafford's back in shotgun formation. Stafford over to Madden 13 cover. Lions are in for the score.
Well, we're talking about some of the fastest humans on earth. And we take into account you can't touch them or breathe on them. That's how they're able to get open and make so many catches.
The Lions with an extra point try on the way. Extra point is good. Lions set to kick it. They stop him from running it out to the 20. Mark him down at the 19. So that's going to do it for the first half. Lions are up in this one. We're back here now in this one where the Lions are leading by 8. A check to the sidelines with Danielle Bellini reporting.
Guys, I spoke with head coach Jim Schwartz during halftime. His team has the lead, and he told me he's proud of the way his guys have battled it out there. He said it hasn't been pretty the whole time, but his players have been resilient, and that's a major factor in the score. Hopefully his players will keep it up here in the second half, guys. Back to you.
Danielle, thank you very much. Now we'll go to the field. Setting up in the pistol on this play. Wide to the left. Picks up the first and still has some room to run. Takes it the distance for the touchdown.
Well, it was a wonderful run by the running back, no doubt about it. He gets the touchdown, but let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They blocked him up front, gave him that opportunity, and then he made it happen.
The Lions with the PAT to come. Extra point is good. The Vikings are ready to return the kickoff. And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. Patterson's lined up now as a slot receiver. Castle's going to take the snap from the shotgun. The defense gets the sack.
That's an awesome job by the outside linebacker. He gets a sack on the quarterback. And nowadays, you've got to do it all if you're an outside linebacker. You've got to be tough against the run, cover receivers down the field, and yes, plays like that get to the quarterback.
Adrian Peterson is in the backfield. Catch is made, and that's Stephen Tulloch who brings him down.
Nice job by the quarterback. Nobody open down the field. He throws it short. It does not get a first down, but it sure makes third down a lot easier.
Offense lines up here.
There we go now. Move, 58 rail. Back 58 rail.
Castle standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. Forces a 3 and out.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. Third and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
Patterson's a receiver in the slot. Castle's got it in the gun. They fail to convert here on fourth down.
Well, anytime you're in the red zone, you want to punch it in and get that touchdown. If they do that, look, they're still going to be behind, but it gives them confidence moving forward.
They face first down. Strong eye handoff here.
Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. They're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
Trying to overpower. Ball is out, and the defense has it. And he's out of bounds.
That's what you call a takeaway. The defense just makes such a hard hit that they take the football away from the offense, and they recover the fumble.
Left, 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 left.
First down here.
Left, 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 left.
Peterson under now throws, and it's incomplete.
Receiver's open, coming across the field, but sometimes these short throws are tough, and the quarterback throws it too far in front.
Adrian Peterson is in the backfield.
Ready, go!
Second down and 10. Screenplay is on, and the throw is incomplete.
Terrible throw by the quarterback. Terrible route by the wide receiver. Oh, wow, what a shock. The football was incomplete.
Now looking at third down. From the shotgun. That's a two-point safety, and that means you also have to send the ball back to the other team with a free kick at the 20. He's got a chance to return this one. And he's going to be brought down right around the 33-yard line. Here comes the training staff as we've got a player down on the field.
Well, that's going to hurt him tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. When you get hit like that, you're going to feel some of that pain tomorrow. But the good news is, I think he's going to be okay. And once he gets a little situated there, I think he'll be back in the game. You can't play zone coverage against this quarterback. He knows his zone, and he's going to find the open throwing lane, and he gets it done.
After the pass play, gain 7. 2nd and 3 on the way. Throwing now to his left. And a completion this time. They bring him to the turf.
That's a nice job by the offense there. Get the first down, keep those chains moving, give yourself 3 more opportunities.
Hey, 40 got. Easy.
Reggie Bush is in the backfield. 1st and 10. The handoff to Reggie Bush.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
2nd down after going to the ground game the first play. Play action. Makes the catch in the open field.
Well, if you want to be a good play-action pass team, it's always nice to have a good running game. Make the defense dig in and try to stop your run. When they do that, you fool them. You fake it, you throw it down the field. That's about as easy as it gets.
First down here after the completion. Out of the gun. Stafford gets it out to Brandon Pettigrew.
The defense has got to be a little aggressive here. Your team is down. You've got to attack this offense. You don't want them to get in there and get another score.
Offense lines up here. And the give to Reggie Bush. The tackle was made, but the first down is picked up.
Good job by the offense. Get another first down. You can tell by looking down on the field that defense, hands on their knees. They are getting tired.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. Setting up screen. They knock him down, and he's still 2 yards short of the first.
Always a good job to pick up some yards when you're in the red zone. Nice throw by the quarterback, and he gets the completion.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. And he's got the first down.
If I'm on the defense and the offense is this close to scoring, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am sending everybody. I am going to gamble that it is a run. If they have the courage to throw it, let them. If they do, of course it'll be a touchdown.
Easy.
First down here after the run. Here is Fan. He breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown.
How about that? The fullback scores the touchdown. He does all the blocking, gets beat up all the time, but nothing like getting the football where you can score to get it done.
tackled just past the 20. We'll mark it at the 22-yard line. Quarterback coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a sixth time in this game. From the gun, throws to the right, and complete, bringing the play to an end.
When you play zone coverage, the quarterback might have to hold the football just a little longer, but these guys nowadays, when you play zone, they know how to throw and catch and get it done.
Second down and 2. Looking to the right side and throwing. And out to about the 33.
When you're behind in a football game, all you can do on the offensive side is just go out there and thinking about making plays and picking up first downs. Good job by the offense.
Patterson's lined up in the slot. That timeout by the offense. Patterson's going to get set in the slot for this snap. First and 10. Looks to his left. Complete. To the 25.
This is just a good example of how the NFL has changed. If you want a big play, you don't always have to throw it down the field or design something special. To throw it to these wide receivers short, we can see they're able to take short passes, break tackles, and with their talent, they get long gains.
First and 10. Looking for an open receiver on the right.
Well, I guess the only good thing you can say about that play, the quarterback's happy. He gets a completion, but it only goes for a couple yards.
That pass play picked up only 4. Second down and 6 coming up. Challenging the defenders to the right side, incomplete and almost intercepted. Right in the slot. The wide receiver in motion. Castle's going to take it from the gun. He's looking to the right here on this throw. Another third down conversion. The offense continues to come through in the clutch. Play number 6 coming up on this drive. First and goal. Here's the handoff to Adrian Peterson.
Good job by the offense getting in the red zone. Now you're down some points. You got to find a way to score a touchdown.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. Count it. Touchdown.
Good job by the offensive coordinator calling those plays. Leads to a touchdown. They're just slowly chipping away at this lead. Now can their defense come out and help them out?
Lining up now for the 2. Running to put down a touchdown and a 2-point conversion on that occasion.
Yeah, good job by the offense. They executed the play perfectly, and they got in the end zone, like you said, and got that 2 points.
There is a flag out. They have the ball back, and the play's continuing.
Illegal touchdown. Offense.
You try the onside kick, and you've got to make sure, first off, that the ball travels 10 yards. That's a penalty.
Hey, you know what you say to the kicker here in this situation if you're the coach? You count to 10. That's how far it's got to go, son. Get the ball 10 yards.
Lined up in the pistol formation. Now first and 10. Bush. He's headed right. The tackle is made.
Boy, after watching that long run, I'm winded. That was a nice job by the running back. Good job up front, sustaining the blocks. Offense has got to be happy with that.
The Lions will go with the pistol on this play. 1st and 10. Bush has got it again. They pounce on him there.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
Stafford's got the football after the play fake. Gains 13.
Nice throw that time by the quarterback in the red zone. Gets the completion. And there's some tight spots. Not a lot of room, so you got to really drive the football in there.
1st and goal. That reception gave them the first down. The defense comes out in the nickel. They feed him takes it across, and he's in for the touchdown. That may have been the clincher right there.
Yeah, what a game all day long. So exciting to end it like this late in the game. Man, you enjoy victories like this.
We got put an additional 2 points on the board as they convert. Lions set to kick it. Always a threat, and he'll start his return now. He's setting up here. He's been sacked 5 times today. Really been beat up. First and 10. Trying to work that left side. Greg Jennings with the grab.
There's nothing the defense can do. When you talk about a receiver like these guys out there now, and this one in particular, the double coverage, they're still able to go in between the defenders, rise up, and make the catch.
Caught. Dan picks up about 3. The Vikings decide to take a timeout here, leaving them with only 1. Peterson's in the backfield, single back set.
Back 58, Rick.
Second and 7. Play fake here. And he's taken down.
Well, you expect defensive ends to get sacks because they come around the outside. But when you get pressure from the inside and the defensive tackle gets a sack, that's just an added bonus.
Adrian Peterson is in the backfield. 3rd and 13. They bring him down one more time. The quarterback is getting very familiar with the ground as he's decked for the 2nd consecutive play.
Oh, unfortunately, I knew that feeling as a player too, Jim, and then I don't know who to blame here. The quarterback held on to the football a little.
Ball is out, and the recovery is made by the defense.
Well, the one thing we know about the NFL, when you have the football in your hands, they are going to attack it. You got to know that as a ball carrier, protect it a lot better.
Johnson's lined up now as a slot receiver. Matthew Stafford from the shotgun launches it down the field. What an amazing catch.
Jim, the offensive coordinator's done a terrific job so far here today. He's got his team winning. You're in the red zone. Let's see how clever he's going to be on this call.
The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Makes the catch. They've got him behind the line of scrimmage.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation. Stepping up to the line at the 10.
That's second down coming up. The Vikings with no timeouts left. Coming up, second down. Ball's going to be incomplete. A hit knocked the ball out. That's going to do it. The clock hits 0, and this game has come to an end. Gillette Stadium will be the site for this matchup between the 49ers and the Patriots. Back in your days when you had to take on a team from the AFC, didn't know them all that well, what was it like as we have this little interconference matchup today?
Well, I thought back in those days, Jim, we were about ready to show them what toughness and hard-hitting was. Today it's a little different, but I'll tell you this NFC team, they are a hard-hitting bunch.
'49ers setting up for the kickoff. He's a dangerous returner, and he'll have a chance to show you right here. And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. Offense lines up here. Ridley, gain of 1.
You got to know if you're going to run the football, you're going to have a lot of short gains. There's going to be a lot of plays that look ugly. That's just the way it is. You got to live with it and know what's coming in the future.
After being stuffed at the line of scrimmage, it's now 2nd down and 10. Throws to the right, secures it with 2 hands. He's going to be swallowed up behind the line. We're early in this one, but already a crucial 3rd and long play coming up.
These are tough situations. What are you going to do on the offensive side? There's only so much you can do. If I was the defense, I would look for a screen.
Amendola's a receiver in the slot. Brady is in the shotgun. Good fake. The pass is off the mark, and that's a 3 and out.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? 3rd and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
All set to punt here. Wants to give it a go here. Fights through that hit, and he's going to give his team great starting field position on that return.
What a good job by the punt returner that time. He caught it, didn't panic, he waited, he saw the blocking in front of him, made some good decisions, and a good punt return.
And Manningham's lined up in the slot. 1st and 10. Catch made by Mario Manningham. Unstoppable. He stacked up at that point.
Well, this early in the game, to watch the opposing offense march down the field and get inside the 20, this keeps the defense, they might be shaking a little, but if they stop them here to a field goal try or worse, that'll get their confidence back.
1st down and 10. And the give to Frank Gore.
I think you got to be a little more creative in the red zone than this. When you just line up and run the football like that, you're not going to get a lot of yards, and that time they just got a short gain.
Baldwin's going to get set in the slot for this snap. Kaepernick from the gun, looking for a receiver on the left side here. Nothing too exciting here, just plowing ahead, getting closer to that goal line.
Well, they're trying to find out if this defense has the courage and toughness to stand up to them. So far they haven't. This defense, they better pick it up if they think they're going to stop this offense.
They got a first down now after that catch.
Frank Gore gets it here.
Hard to score a touchdown sometimes when you get in the red zone in the NFL. Why? Because the defense doesn't have to worry about passes down the field. The offense runs it. They are ready to get it done, and they do, and stop the offense for a short gain.
Second and goal from the 1. And he's across for the touchdown.
Good job on that touchdown. That puts them ahead, and it's always, of course, better to be ahead than behind.
There is a flag thrown. He made it.
Offside. Defense.
The penalty is declined. That last play will hold up. The Patriots prepared to return the kick. He's got a chance to return this one. Able to move past the 20 and brought down at the 23. Ridley lined up in the backfield. 1st and 10. He'll go left. Running play went for 11.
Stephen Ridley's out of LSU, so you know when you play at LSU, you know how to run the football. And what a job he did in the second year for the New England Patriots. Big gain that time by him.
1st and 10. Tom Brady unleashes the long pass.
It's one thing to be able to throw the football that high and far, but it's another. He found the right receiver to throw to and put it right on the mark.
Here's the first snap after the big play.
Handoff. Goes to the left.
What a job that time by the offensive line. That hole was so big you could have drove a car through it. The running back hit it full speed, and that allowed him to get down the field and get that long run.
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground.
It's Ridley. Middle.
No gain.
And here we have second down.
Snap back to Brady from the gun. Rob Gronkowski with the grab.
Well, there's not much to say about that play, Jim. It was a completion by the quarterback, and it picked up a couple yards.
Third and goal from the 6. Working that left side. Reed is there and has the pick. They've got him down there.
You got to stay aggressive on the defensive side. That time the defense did. Even though the offense was going in to score, they come up with the big play, and they get the interception inside their own 20-yard line.
First down on the way.
Kaepernick's back in shotgun formation. Looking to the right side and throwing. That catch will extend the drive.
Well, it doesn't look like much, but it really serves the purpose. Picks up the first down, and now they have a chance to open things up.
Frank Gore is in the backfield. 1st and 10. Gore. They break through, tackle him behind the line.
Well, the play is there to be made, but the offensive player doesn't get it done. Bad job on first down.
And Manningham's in the slot. 2nd and 12. Here's the running play. Off tackle.
Running backs who can pick up extra yards, they are so valuable. You can't always block everybody to the ground. The running back's got to do it himself sometimes. Nice job there by the running back.
15 minutes down, 45 minutes to go. Back after this word from your local station.
The offense back to the line of scrimmage after going for more than 40 yards on the previous play. And he's going to be brought down.
Well, that's a good job by the defense that time, getting the sack on the blitz. And when you blitz, you're taking a chance. You better get to the quarterback, and that time they did.
Colin Kaepernick from the shotgun. Looking for an open receiver on the right. And that's a gain of 10.
Nice job by the receiver. Runs the curl route that time. Curl, it is exactly what it says. Go down the field, make a little curl motion. Quarterback throws it in there.
And Manningham's lined up now as a slot receiver. Quarterback taking the snap from the shotgun. He's wide open for the grab.
Good job getting the first down by the offense. So look at the defensive players on the sideline cheering their teammates on. Keep us on the sideline a little longer. That's what they're hoping for.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. 1st and 10, eyeing that left side. Reaches out and grabs it. Picks up 20.
By that time, it's a short pass to the receiver, and I give him all the credit. He takes a short pass and turns it into a long gain. He has the move to get it done, and he did that time.
This will be the 8th play of this drive. 1st and goal. Gore's got it on the handoff. Got what he wanted. Touchdown.
I would bet 1st and goal that the offense about 90% of the time is going to run the football. And what do they do here? They run it and they get it done. That is power football at its best.
The 49ers for the extra point. Makes the PAT. The Patriots prepared to return the kick. And they're all over him at the 18-yard line. And Amendola, the receiver, in the slot. 1st and 10. It is Ridley. And that's a big tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
When you make play calls like that, you're not going to win many football games. That was a terrible call here on 1st down.
The 49ers out now in a 4-6 formation. 2nd and 11. Ball is out, and it's a takeaway. Touchdown, 49ers.
What a group of talented defenders. They're tough, they're fast, they're smart. They get the turnover and the touchdown.
Add the extra point, the kick is good. 49ers setting up for the kickoff. He'll take a knee in the end zone. Defense now signaling for a timeout. Amendola's lined up in the slot. 1st and 10. They run right. Holds him to 7.
What a good job by the defensive player there. Just flushing the running back and driving him into the ground.
Let's go.
2nd down here.
Will go ground. They deck him in the backfield.
Well, this defense all over that play. They tackle the runner for a loss. Now we're going to have 3rd and long. Advantage goes to the defense.
On the way, 3rd down.
Brady is in the shotgun. The Patriots now move the chains.
How do you stop these receivers now? It's almost impossible with the rules of the game. Tight coverage. That time they have double coverage on him. It doesn't matter. The throw comes. They go up. They make the catch. All you can do is raise your arm and go, well, we did our best.
They're back at the line after that catch for a 1st down.
Brady's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Justin Smith brings the quarterback down.
Well, that's a sign of a good defense. When you can sack the quarterback, when you're just rushing the defensive lineman, you don't need any tricks, you don't need any blitzes. Man, that's talent.
2nd down.
Brady standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. They've got him again.
What a job by the defensive player. 2nd straight play, he has got a sack. And what do you have to do on the offensive side? Change it up. Use your running back. Help out the offensive line. It's apparent they cannot block this guy one-on-one.
Snap back to Brady from the gun. He had no time to get set.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. 3rd and long, not easy to pick up 1st downs in these type of situations.
They're set to punt it away now.
Set up, returns. Here he goes. 2-minute warning. And Manningham's going to get set in the slot for this snap. 1st and 10, challenging the defenders to the right side. And that's going to be 3 yards.
I know you won't believe this, but sometimes completing a short pass like that does give a quarterback confidence, so it does serve a purpose.
Colin Kaepernick under center. 2nd and 8, and the give to Frank Gore, and the tackle by Rob Dinkovich.
When I was a quarterback, I loved it when they called the draw play because I know that defensive line, they're all trying to go after the quarterback, and nobody's prepared for the run.
They're able to move the chains after that last run.
He's looking to the right here on this throw.
Get that defensive back on your hip and just sprint across the field. Nice drag route that time. And the throw right on target.
1st down following the long play.
Frank Gore gets it here.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the offense that time on 1st down. Now the defense is in a good situation.
Second down here after that run play.
Takes the snap from the shotgun. Throws a strike.
Good play call that time by the offensive coordinator. Down inside, when you're inside that 20-yard line or the red zone, find ways to complete the pass. They did that time.
line defense on the field. Into the end zone for the touchdown.
That was just an awful job, wasn't it, by the defense? I mean, it's 1st and goal. Well, you know it's going to be a run, or I think you should be playing run. The defense not ready. They get overpowered, and they give up the running touchdown.
The Patriots prepared to return the kick.
And they have him covered up and bring him down inside of the 15. And Amendola's in the slot. Now 1st and 10. The ball is out. The defense has the football. And he's brought to the ground.
The defense comes up with the big play, the hit, and the recovery of the football.
They sure did. They got so much speed on the defensive side, and that speed, when you think about it, it gets more people around the football. It helps you deliver the hit even harder, and that's why they got the turnover. Great job.
The defense loading up on the line, getting no stopping them now. That's a touchdown.
I'd say this run by the offense is just, it's arrogance. They just say, you can't stop us, and they lined up and just shoved it down the defense's throat. Nice run there on 1st and goal for the touchdown.
'49ers setting up for the kickoff. Waves his arm, and he's going to make a fair catch. That's a mindless error on the offense.
Delay of game, offense. That penalty is declined.
First down following the penalty.
And it's Ridley. Left side. Nice tackle. So that's going to do it for the first half. 49ers are up in this one. We're back here now in this one where the 49ers are leading by 35. The 49ers in kickoff return formation. Taken down right at about the 29, not quite to the 30. Now on first down. Going to be a tackle for a loss.
So many things you can do on first down, and what do you come up? You come up with that play. That was just a bad play call.
2nd and 12. Gore is going to take the handoff now.
Well, you're just getting dominated physically when the offense just runs the football right up the middle. The middle linebacker and the defensive tackles just have to be better.
Flex round.
After that last carry, it's 3rd and 3. Looking across the middle, they pick up the first down with that reception.
You know, when you throw the football like that down the field, you pick up a first down. Now you can do anything you want on the offensive side, and you got that defense guessing.
Flex round. Flex round. Ohio.
Baldwin's lined up now as a slot receiver. 1st and 10, reaches out and snatches it. Gains 5.
I think the best thing to say about that play, it's just it gained a few yards, so that's what you do. All plays don't score. Sometimes you just want to pick up a couple yards.
Ohio.
Davis has moved from the tight end position to the slot. Kaepernick's got it in the gun. Going across the middle, he makes the catch. This doesn't look good. We've got a player down, and he's in pain.
Well, this really hurts. You got the game in hand, and now you lose one of your players to an injury when you're winning big. That is tough for the coach to take.
Flex round.
And Manningham's a receiver in the slot. Kaepernick's going to take it from the gun. Throws to the right. And incomplete.
Flex round.
Kendall Hunter is in the backfield. They go draw.
You got to keep your offensive lineman aggressive, so you have to run the football every once in a while. That run, even though it was a short game, it served a purpose.
Let's get the injury report from Danielle Bellini.
Guys, I just spoke with a 49ers official. Frank Gore's injury doesn't appear to be anything too serious. Yes, he'll be sore tomorrow, guys, but that's not going to stop him from returning today.
And Manningham's lined up in the slot. 3rd down and 8. And he's almost intercepted.
It's always dangerous when your receiver's running the drag route and you throw it too far in front of him. You most likely are just going to lead him into trouble.
The 49ers in field goal formation. And converts on the 3.
Well, Jim, that was a nice kick. It is right down the middle. This guy is so accurate. And if you could drive a golf ball like that, you might be a good golfer. But what a kick by this guy. He is a machine.
The Patriots prepared to return the kick. Here's the kick, and this one's just a little squib kick. He had nowhere to go, and they deck him at the 16-yard line. Ridley lined up in the backfield. Here's the handoff, running off tackle. He's in the clear.
When you pick up first downs against the defense, they will get tired. That time, nice job by the offense getting the first down, even though they're losing here in the game.
Amendola is going to get set in the slot for this snap. Drop back, shotgun formation. Looking to the right side and throwing. Catch is made.
You just can't expect your defensive backs to cover that long. It's good coverage initially, but the quarterback had all day long, and sooner or later, these great wide receivers are going to get open.
Offense lines up here. Brady is in the shotgun. What a hit, and the ball falls incomplete.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
Offense lines up here.
There's some shifting around in the backfield.
Brady's back in shotgun formation. Wide open for the catch.
The quarterbacks and receivers in this NFL now are so good. It's so easy for them to throw and catch and just keep picking up those first downs.
1st and 10. The quarterback will hand it off. Reed is there and makes the play.
34 gets the ball. 1 yard gain on the play.
Second down now.
Let's go.
Snap back to Brady from the gun. He'll fire it out to the left. And that ball's nearly picked off, but he dropped it.
The intended receiver on the play.
He's setting up here. He's been sacked 4 times already. What a beating it has been for the quarterback. But it's incomplete.
Anytime you get a chance as a defender in your own end zone and knock it down, that's what you do. Nice play by the defensive guy.
He's setting up here. He's been sacked 4 times already. What a beating it has been for the quarterback. Edelman. Oh, we've got an injured player on the field.
That's a good job. He's able to get up and get off the field, and my guess is he's going to be okay. A little bit of a scare there, no doubt about it. That makes everybody nervous.
Let's see how they back up the big play here.
Ridley's handed the football. Left side. Makes a move, and he's free.
This is where games are won and lost. Once an offense gets down the red zone, even though they're down more than 7, can you find a way to punch it in there for the touchdown and not settle for a field goal?
About to snap it for the 9th play of the drive. 2nd and 3. He's scrambling down. Someone's been injured out there. Hold on a minute.
By the looks of that, you can tell it looks like a major injury, and it's a tough sport, a lot of big hits, and I hope he's going to be okay.
They give it to the back, and he's running off tackle. There's the tackle, but still, it's enough for the first down.
Good job by the offense getting the first down in the red zone. Now it becomes tricky. Can you deceive the defense where you get a chance to get a score?
So, 1st and goal to go. Throws it in the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, it's 1st and goal. I think a lot of defenses are thinking run here, and so the offense, they call a nice play. Very deceptive. They throw the football, and they get the easy touchdown pass.
Patriots now getting ready to kick it away. Shrugs off the first hit. Gets out past the 20 and brought down at the 24. And Manningham's in the slot. Kaepernick from the gun. Looking for an open receiver on the right. Had it, but dropped it.
These receivers in the NFL, they are so good now. Anytime you see a drop pass, it's almost always the one reason. They took their eyes off the football before it got there.
That leads us to second down. Colin Kaepernick from the shotgun. He'll fire it out to the left. Had it for a moment, but the ball is knocked out, incomplete.
That's interesting. As you watch the receiver trying to make that catch, he knew the defender was close, so he didn't put all of his heart into it. The defender made a nice hit and knocks the football out to the ground.
Third and 10. Challenging the defenders to the right side. So a 3 and out.
Terrible job by the quarterback. It's third down. You throw it short of the markers. Well, you get a completion. That's great. You're really accurate. But there were guys open down the field. Take a chance and go for it.
Kaepernick's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Devin McCourty gets the theft. Shoots around the defender.
Good job that time by the defense. Not being fooled. Being in position. When you're in position, you have a chance to make the play. That time they did. They got the interception.
The Patriots all bunched up here as they get set at the line. He's looking to the right here on this throw.
And he is tackled at the 14.
Find a way to score. That's always the mantra with every team when they get in the red zone. If you punch it in here, even though you're down by more than 7, it'll give you confidence for the rest of the game.
Slashing to the right side.
He's got 4 yards.
Anytime your team is down, you're inside the other team's red zone, you look for one of your star players, your quarterback, wide receiver, or running back. They need to make a big play here.
That'll bring us to the end of the third quarter here in Foxborough, about halfway between Providence and Boston. And we'll return in a moment for the start of the fourth. This will be second down. The final quarter underway now with this snap.
Shakes off the tackle. He's brought down.
This team likes to throw the football in the end zone once they get inside the red zone. This is a nice changeup. They fool them. Well, they thought they were going to fool them with the run, but it only gets a short gain.
For a gain of about 5.
Jim, the defense gives up the first down that time inside the red zone, but there's only so many things the offense can do. Let's see if they can hold them.
No margin for error from just outside the goal line. Aldon Smith with the quarterback takedown.
Outside linebackers in the NFL, they are such tremendous athletes. They can do everything. How about that play that time? Good move, good speed, gets to the quarterback and gets a sack.
The offensive line gets in position. Can they protect their quarterback? Throws the pass. Just had to avoid the sack. Incomplete.
Not a good job that time by the quarterback. When you see the cover 2 defense, you got to know where to throw the football. He did not, and that's why the ball goes incomplete.
And Amendola's lined up now as a slot receiver. Third and long. The throw to the left. He fires it in there tight.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? Third and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
4th and goal from here.
Escaping the pressure.
They'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the quarterback that time. Got outside the pocket, got away from the pressure, gave himself time, even though the pass is incomplete. Good job of avoiding the sack.
Bolden's a receiver in the slot. 1st and 10. Throwing now to his left.
dangerous pass into double coverage.
When receivers are running drag routes across the field, you got to have nice touch and accuracy on the football. That time the quarterback just throws it too far in front.
Gore's lined up directly behind the quarterback here. Second down and 10. Jumps up and comes down with it.
Jim, the defense just missed a big opportunity there. They got the offense backed up, and they let them pick up a big first down.
First down here after the completion. Kaepernick standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. He'll throw it over the middle.
That pass was hurried.
Terrible job by the offensive line. Your quarterback needs more time than that. Another incompletion.
The Patriots set at the line. Dime package.
On 2nd and 10. They knocked him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit here, Jim Nance. Good job on the option play. They just attacked the offense. The quarterback kept the football, but there's nowhere to run, and he lost yards.
3rd and 14. Throws to the right. Oh, almost caught.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. 3rd and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
Andy Lee will be punting this one. Edelman, he'll return this one. Picks up 5. Nickel formation for the defense here. First down and 10. And it's Ridley going to lose yards here.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
It's now 2nd down. Brady is in the shotgun. He had it, but the hit jars the ball loose.
That's why you like defenders who are good punishing tacklers. Make those receivers worry about coming over the middle. They'll be careful the rest of this game because of that big hit.
3rd and 12 to go. And they sack him on 3rd down. And they force the quick 3 and out.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? 3rd and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work. And they stop the offense that time.
The 49ers lined up in the nickel. Brady sells the play fake and looks downfield. The 49ers turn the ball over on downs.
Situations like this sometimes can cost you the game. You're down in the second half. Why would you go for it on 4th down in this situation? You don't get it, that decision might cost you this football game.
And Manningham's lined up in the slot. Going off tackle here.
Good job by the defense. They stopped the first down play that time by the offense, and now they have a good situation.
2nd down and 11. And the give to Frank Gore.
When you run off tackle, one of the things you're looking for is for your tackle to make a good block, and then if you have a lead fullback, can he get past him and block the linebacker to free up the halfback so he can go in between them and get in the secondary and make a big play.
Here comes the training staff as we've got a player down on the field.
Well, that's going to hurt him tomorrow. There's no doubt about it. When you get hit like that, you're going to feel some of that pain tomorrow. But the good news is, I think he's going to be okay. And once he gets a little situated there, I think he'll be back in the game.
Looks like they're going to run a little wildcat here.
Up the middle.
Nice job by the coach that time going forward on 4th down. His team is up here in the second half. He wants to keep momentum on his side. That's why he goes for it, and they get it.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Let's go now to Danielle Bellini, who has the injury update.
Guys, I had a chance to speak with a 49ers team official. The injury appears to be minor, so the trainers are just looking him over one last time, and then he'll get back on the field.
Play action. Looking across the middle, Devin McCourty gets the theft.
What a terrible job by the quarterback. Nobody's open, tries to force the pass, and look, what's it turn into? An interception.
Ridley lined up in the backfield. Brady's turning to look downfield now after selling the play fake.
Now they'll try over again on second down.
Getting sacked.
This quarterback has been getting sacked and hit all day long. Look, the offensive line's not going to help you out, so you just got to do it yourself. Drop back, make a decision, and get rid of the football quickly.
Third down after the sack.
Brady's got it in the gun. Reed makes the interception. The blowout continues. Another touchdown.
But Jim, with that touchdown this late in the game, that ices it. And if you could sing, you could. I'd let you say it's turn out the light, but we know you can't sing, so the game is over.
Well, this works out about 40% of the time if you look back on history. And got touchdowns, got the two-point conversion. People love to go for two in this game, don't they?
Well, they do, and you know what? Now I guess you and I just can't sit here and blast the coach for a bad decision. When you pick up the 2 points, you can't complain about what they're trying to do.
Tom Brady under center, 1st and 10.
And Ridley.
And he'll go to the left.
Well, Jim, that's a tough play call right there, running the football when you're down multiple scores here late in the game. You only pick up a couple yards. I don't think you can afford to make those kind of decisions.
Action fake. Down the field. Oh, that could have been intercepted, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, for some reason, this quarterback likes to keep trying to go deep down the field against this cover two. That's not the spot you want to go. You want to look underneath or right down the middle.
The 49ers defense now is going to go nickel, looking to the right side and throwing.
He's in the clear. The 10 in stride, and he's home for the touchdown.
You never know with the talent of these guys nowadays. Little short passes, you think they're harmless, and look what happens. They got so much talent all the way down the field for the score.
They're going to bypass the point after and try to pick up a two-point conversion. It's handed to the running back. They failed to convert on the two-point try, so they'll just have to settle for the 6. This doesn't look good. We've got a player down, and he's in pain.
I know what everybody's going to say. Well, you had a big lead. Why did you still have your player in the game? Well, in the NFL, you only have 53 players. 46 of them get the dress. It's not like you have a lot of reserves.
They come to the line of scrimmage. First down.
Kaepernick from the gun.
He's looking long. Hauls it in deep down the middle. The margin is increased with another touchdown.
What a job by the offense. So little time left to drive down the field and score. That just ices the game. Nice job by the whole football team today, but especially on the offensive side.
They're lining up here for the onside kick. They have the ball back, and the play's continuing.
Interception. Offense.
That ball, again, not traveling 10 yards. And what are they thinking over there on the sideline?
Well, they're thinking this is why everybody hates kickers. Get the ball down there 10 yards. My gosh, kick it 15 yards. We'll still recover it. Just a terrible mistake.
Amendola is going to get set in the slot for this snap.
Pump fake.
In on the stop.
They're in the red zone, and we're in the late going, and they need to score as quickly as possible.
Well, this is where your offensive coordinator's got to call a play that gives you a chance to score quickly. Find something that goes up the seams or vertical down the field so the quarterback has a chance to get the score in one play.
The 49ers call a timeout. Their first.
The defense comes out in the nickel.
Snap back to Brady from the gun.
Alden Smith with the quarterback takedown.
You know, outside linebackers, they're everything all in one. They got to be a pass rusher, a pass cover guy, and they got to be able to stop the run. Nice job that time getting the sack.
And Amendola in the slot.
Fakes the throw. Looking for an open receiver on the right. Incompletion on that hurried throw.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. Third and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
The Patriots come to the line with a bunch set. Brady's going to take it from the gun. Looks to his left and almost picked off.
Anytime as a quarterback you see the receiver coming across the field on a drag route, don't lead him, just stick it on him. Quarterback throws it too far in front that time.
Able to move the chains after that penalty.
Kaepernick's back in shotgun formation.
Looking to go deep.
And they can't connect.
We knew it early. This was blowout city from the beginning.